Yep, I need new mirrors, but luckily I bought some. Let's get started. Here we go, guys. We've got another box, particularly from eBay once again, because you know what? Maybe I'm just a glutton for punishment, and maybe the eBay mirrors that I got from my BMW weren't bad enough for me. I got some for my 2003 Chevy Silverado. So let's crack this box open and let's see the contents. Okay, a little sneak peek into the box. Oh, man. And a second one. And that appears to be it. Let's open up everything and see how it all looks. Yes guys, so as you can see, I bought some tow mirrors off of eBay for my 2003 Chevy Silverado 1500. It is four-wheel drive. It does have the 5.3 V8 in it, but I do a decent amount of towing throughout the year. And as you guys have seen before, the mirrors on my truck, at least one side, is completely useless. You can't use it at all. Now pair that with having a really dark tint and me unplugging those LED lights that help me see on the back when I'm backing up and stuff, then you have a recipe for disaster. And that's where these come in handy. Again, I bought them off of eBay and I only spent $83.96. I will put a link to it in the description. Now, my truck does not come equipped with tow mirrors. And these here are heated, they got the turn signals, you know, they're automatic where I can adjust them and stuff like that without having to do it manually. They don't fold in, obviously, but I think these mirrors look pretty good. And just looking it over off camera, I think I got a good buy. At least that's what I want to say to myself. But my truck, that's the dilemma. My truck, like I said, does not come with factory tow mirrors, so will they work? Will the plugs work or not? I have no idea. Now I had this option and I had the option for the newer, like 2009 to 2018 or whatever, the style turn mirrors with the lights in the front and all that other good stuff. And while those look nice, when I looked at pictures on the internet of those newer style mirrors with the older style truck, just doesn't mesh at all. And I've got some plans for the truck that's actually gonna happen this year as opposed to what I said last year. But anyway, we're gonna put these mirrors on the truck and we're gonna see if it all plugs up just fine, if there's any kind of wiring that needs to be done, and just to be able to merge without killing somebody. I haven't been doing that, by the way. But anyway, let's get started. So, first step of this is pulling off this old mirror and test fitting it. See if it's supposed to fit or not. I hope it does. That's $84 on the line. Alright, so what I see so far is I have those 3 bolts there, but what it looks like is I'm going to have to remove this door panel, and after I remove this door panel, I should be able to get down to it, or maybe I can just pull it up from here, do a little bit of investigating, and see what I can do. So what I'm seeing here is that on the back of this, I didn't have to pull the door panel off, which is a great thing. But on the back of my window switch and everything, this plug here that goes to the mirror has 2 plugs here. This wire has 2 plugs. It also has 2 plugs on the brand new one as well. Now, will they fit? I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and try right now and see if the wires from the new mirror will work in the places of this one right here. One fits. Oh wow, both of these actually fit on the back of this. Now, the test is, I'm gonna put my key inside of the ignition and then we're gonna check and see if the mirror is actually going to work or not. All right. So now we're gonna check and see if this mirror is actually going to work or not. Awesome, perfect. Well guys, so now that we know that the mirror actually works perfect, now I can go ahead and take off the next bolter here and go ahead and take off this other side on the passenger side and replace these old worn out 2003 mirrors with some new heavy duty tow mirrors, which was much needed for me. So let's keep working. Man, that looks pretty good, if I must say. The seal on this side is probably a little bit excessive, maybe a little bit too much. If you can see, not perfectly, symmetrical, but you know what, it does the job as long as it's stopping it from air getting in. Looks really good so far. But one thing I will say is, if anybody that does get these mirrors, I am using the factory nuts for it. These flange nuts, these nuts that has a washer attached to them, because the flange nuts that come with them is a big difference in size. Like, look at this comparison here of the two. This one doesn't have a whole bunch of shoulder, and this is a heavier mirror as well, a noticeably heavier mirror than the actual mirror that came with the car right there. So something to consider. It's worth using your old hardware instead of your new one. And all I did was snake the wire and everything down in through here and was able to plug everything up, and everything's working perfectly on this side. And so next to do is the passenger side. Let's keep going. Wow, and just like that, the mirrors are on. Now, I will say that when you step back a little bit and you look at the truck, you really look at it, the mirrors look like they're kind of pointed up a little bit. But it's not bad. It's not as bad as some of them I've seen, and I believe there's some videos on YouTube that show how to lower them and even them out. But even though my truck has quite a bit of battle scars from hit and runs and stuff like that, truck looks pretty darn good, mainly because I actually use my truck. So now let's hop in and check that the turn signals work, and if that works, man, we are in really good shape then. So let's see here. Emergency flashers. And there it is. They work on both sides. That is awesome. Totally awesome. All right. Both mirrors. Let's see if this one adjusts still. pretty good right there. Now, of course, these bottom ones here, of course, this bottom one here is a manual adjust, but the top one adjusts perfect. I'm gonna check the other side as well. We are in really good shape now. So there you have it, guys. I mean, I believe that turned out very well. The install took 20 minutes and I was really being lackadaisical and taking my time with it. I mean, everything looks good. If I had to nitpick, I wish there was different flange nuts to fasten it to the door. And not only that, maybe the seals weren't always the best, because I said, okay, on the driver's side, maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention. So when I went on to do the passenger side, the same thing, the seal isn't uniform at a width all the way around it. But you know, that's really nitpicking. But for 84 bucks, really good for it to work with everything to work. Man, that is a really good deal to me. Now, how does longevity look? I don't know. So maybe I'll do a recap, maybe a few minute video a couple months down the road to see how it works. But for right now, I am ecstatic on how those mirrors turned out on this truck. So that'll be it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down, but at least tell me how I can improve the content that you guys are seeing. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. I'm gonna go drive my truck now. Oh, y'all are really here? Y'all are really still here? You know, I was gonna tell y'all a time traveling joke, but you guys already didn't like it. Peace.